Hello everyone, my name is Paul Rana and I'm coming to you in this beautiful rainy, cloudy day in San Marcos, Texas. Yesterday it was in the 70s and I was swimming in the river, and today it's cold and rainy. So it feels like a nice introspective day, and I wanted to bring to you a lesson on how to foam roll, or the scientific term is self-myofascial release. So what is foam rolling and why would you do it? We're all carrying tension in our lives, especially at this time, right? So we're all carrying tension in our lives, and there's a few different ways to relieve that through exercise. One of those is yoga and stretching. So stretching is going to elongate your muscles, but there's also a natural occurrence where those muscles pull back together afterwards, kind of like a rubber band. You stretch it out, it comes back together and can tighten up again. Foam rolling can help to relieve tension in a way that stretching does not, in a different way. It's also very beneficial for if you've been doing high intensity exercise and your muscles are sore. If your muscles are tense and sore and they're balled up, you need to break them down a little bit and loosen up. It's another way to do that, different from stretching. Whereas stretching is going to elongate the muscles, self-myofascial release is going to find a trigger point. It's going to find a center in that muscle. You're going to push into it. You're going to squeeze it out and flatten that knot out, as opposed to stretching the knot out. Okay, so you're accomplishing the same thing in two different ways. There's a variety of tools we can use for that. Oh, and more about why we would foam roll. It's also a great warm-up. If you need, it helps you stimulate blood flow through your body, get the blood flowing, help warming you up. It helps to, for post-exercise, flush out your muscles and allow for faster recovery. It helps you to flush out your metabolic waste, lactic acid, all the things that build up and make you sore chemically from the inside out. So there's lots of reasons why we should foam roll. Today is going to be a first intro into that. This will be a full comprehensive video showing a full body rollout, how to massage every major muscle group. We'll start using just a really basic foam rolling tool, but we will also introduce some of these other tools and what they are. First, any foam roller will work, okay? Not all foam rollers are created equal, but if you don't have a nice, fancy, expensive one, like these trigger point foam rollers, they're really not that expensive anymore. You can find them for 25, 30 bucks on Amazon or Academy, or I think even Target has these. These really are my personal favorite. They're stronger, they're more durable, they're more dense and firm, and they also have 3 different distro density zones, so 3 different levels: beginner, intermediate, advanced. The open part is like a palm, it's more gentle. The lines are essentially like fingers, they're both horizontal and vertical. And then the diamonds are the most intense spot that's going to pressure in, help you get deeper into that tissue. Again, anyone will do, even if you have one of those old gray ones or the old orange ones that are really squishy. It's better than nothing. There's also all kinds of other things you can use for this. There have been times where I've been traveling, didn't have one, and I've gotten creative, used kettlebells, be careful with that stuff. Use wooden rollers. There's all different kinds of things you can find. Look around if you don't have one, okay? Just be careful that you don't use something like a pot that's gonna break and smash on you, or a glass. Okay, something strong. That's the level 1 for trigger point, is our basic grid. The level 2 for them is the grid X. The grid X is, 5 times as firm as a regular grid. It looks the same, but you can feel it. It's a lot more firm, it's a lot more durable. This one, it's a big red. It makes people cry. And this one over here is specifically called the quad roller, the TP quad baller. There's a joke there somewhere. This one's made specifically for your quadriceps, and we'll get to that when we get there. I like to progress through them when I'm really tense, progress through the different levels, and then go through the balls to get into specific points, right? A nice big ball is really good. Basketballs work well, soccer balls, there's all kinds of things you can use. This is the trigger point quad baller. No, that's the quad baller. I'm not sure what they call this. Massage ball. It's really nice. It's the big one. Nice and gentle. Really good for the glutes. This one, again, I don't remember what it's called, but it's the 2 balls connected together by trigger point. It squeezes together too. This one's really awesome for the spine, and it's not super intense. They're pretty squishy, but it helps you get into the spine, the traps, the neck, areas that are kind of hard to get around the heart. Progressing on deeper, these are essentially the same difficulty level. This is the trigger point massage ball proper, the small version. It comes in a green version, which is lighter, and a black and red, just like this. It's a lot harder. I like the black and red one. The green one's too easy for me. For an easier version, you could use a racket ball or a tennis ball. Those work really well all over your muscles. We'll do a whole video on just the balls. If you don't have one of these $30, $35, balls, you can go find a $2, $3 lacrosse ball at Academy, online, most sporting goods stores. They work just as well. A softball is really nice because it's not soft. It's very, very hard, and it's larger than these. So it's in some ways it's not as intense. These can be intense because they're so small. You're zoning in like an elbow, right? And lastly, the most intense version is a pool cue ball. There's absolutely no give on this, and it's as small as any of the others, if not actually smaller. This one's really great for super zoning in, making you cry, and get rid of those deep, intense knots. All right, I'm gonna pause and start the next video for how to roll.